There are times when you're just lying there, thinking about life, and a bunch of thoughts start flooding your mind. One of them goes like this: who is really my true friend among those I communicate with? Who's ready to be there, even when I'm feeling down? Sometimes, these thoughts make you feel uneasy. We're so used to thinking that friendship is something that's self understood. But what if many of our friends are far away? Or what if we don't have any friends or acquaintances to talk to at all? In that case, there's no need to despair. You just need to start acting. Unfortunately, acquaintances don't just appear by wishful thinking, because first, you need to find them. So this raises the question, how do you do that? And in this video, I will answer that question. Hello everyone, you are on the Minecraft Bro channel. Today we'll talk about friendship and how to find a true good friend. This video will be super interesting, so I suggest we don't waste time. As always, I just want to remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, I think we can get started. I think it's right to begin by talking about what, in my opinion, makes a good friend. I'll say right away that I have only a few true friends, and I think that's normal. When I was younger, I had a million acquaintances whom I considered friends. But as the years went by, the number of true friends became noticeably smaller. After all, everyone has their own life, views, and interests change, etc. As we grow older, we begin to appreciate quality more than quantity. It's no longer as important how many people are in your circle, but much more important that these people are genuine. From my own experience, I've realized that a true friend is not someone who just hangs out with you for fun. It's someone who stays by your side when things get tough. And usually, there aren't many people like that. It's one of those popular sayings we always heard from our parents: a friend in need is a friend indeed. I don't want to sound like an old man, but only with age do you realize how true that phrase is. When everything in your life is going well, there may be many people around who are willing to be there. But once difficulties arise, that's when it becomes clear who your real person is. A true friend is someone who won't be scared of your problems, who won't turn away, and who will support you, even if you're wrong about something. It all sounds great, of course, but there's one important point. It's not always easy to find people like that. They don't appear by accident, and if you do find one, you need to gradually build a good relationship with them. After all, friendship is a long process, and it only begins when you open up and invest in your relationship. Before we start discussing how to find a good friend, I want to take a minute of your time. I believe that true friendship is always a mutual process, where giving is just as important as receiving. If you want to meet true friends, first and foremost, you need to become that true friend. Right now, pause this video and think if you match the description of a good friend. The main thing is to ask yourself questions like, can I listen to other people? How can I be useful to others? Can I be reliable? And so on. If you asked yourself these questions and felt there's something you could improve, it's not a problem. We can always become better, especially when it comes to being good friends. After all, it's important to remember that friendship doesn't require perfection, but it does require honesty, understanding, and support. Now, let's move on to the 5 main steps that will help you find true friends. So how do you find those people with whom you can not just talk, but truly build strong relationships? So, the first step, be in search and stop being childish. Most people who don't have friends think that they will magically find them. They've watched movies where everything starts in a school corridor with a shove, and then relationships suddenly improve. But reality is a bit different. True friends don't fall from the sky just because you want them to. If you need an acquaintance, don't be afraid to show interest in people. Start a conversation, suggest meeting up. Yes, it might be a little scary and even cringy, but to build relationships, you need to step out of your comfort zone and stop waiting for someone to approach you first. Rely on your interests. If you're interested in a specific game, try to find some online groups where it's discussed. If you do sports, stop being shy and talk to someone in your group. If you're into anime or some films and series, look for groups where people discuss these topics. There's always a way to meet and communicate with someone. The key is to stop looking for excuses and start acting. Step 2. Learn to listen to people. I recently made a video on this topic, but to avoid making you watch it now, let's discuss it again. Learn to listen. It's a key element of true friendship. Many people think that friendship is just about sharing their worries and thoughts, but it's important to remember that listening, if you can put it that way, is also a form of support. A true friend is someone who is ready to listen, support, and help, even if they themselves have many problems. If you want to be a true friend, learn not only to talk, but also to truly listen to others. Step 3. You need to bring some value. So, if you've already come to the point where you can consider yourself a true friend, someone ready to support, listen, and initiate things first, the next, in my opinion, most important step is to become valuable to others. I don't believe that friendship can exist without mutual benefit. If in a relationship, only one side is constantly giving and the other is taking, sooner or later it will lead to fatigue and disappointment. A true friend is not the one who just expects you to always be there and solve their problems. A true friend is also ready to offer help, give advice, and support you in difficult moments. Friendship is a mutual process where each side brings value. And by value, I don't mean expensive or material things, but rather attention, support, and the time we are willing to invest. The value in friendship is the ability to help, even if it's just by listening, supporting morally, or sharing experience. When both sides bring their value, relationships become more stable and long-lasting. Step 4. Be tolerant and a bit less categorical. No friendship goes without this point. Friendship is not just about moments of fun and joy, but also moments when you need to show tolerance. People are not perfect, and no one is immune to mistakes or dislikes. At some point, when your friend makes a mistake or does something differently than you would like, it's important to be tolerant and not judge them immediately. The best solution, in this case, I believe, is simply to talk. Tell them how you feel, listen to your friend, and come to a mutual understanding. I think it's important to talk openly about any problems that arise. If difficulties start in your relationship, don't stay silent or hope that everything will just resolve itself. It's important to talk. And the last but not least, the 5th step, learn to forgive. If you cut ties with every person who makes a mistake, soon there will be no one left to connect with because absolutely everyone makes mistakes. The ability to forgive is a crucial aspect of maintaining strong friendships. We all make mistakes, and emotions often take over in the moment. However, it's important to understand that forgiveness is not just a concession, but an act of maturity. I know that many people struggle with pride when it comes to admitting their mistakes. But the process of forgiveness starts with understanding that we are all human, and everyone can have difficult moments when they don't act the way they should. To summarize, finding true friends is not an easy process. The key is to be yourself. Enjoy every moment, because life is short and it's not forever. Stop being shy about meeting people just because someone might think something bad about you. Stop holding on to anger and resentment. Stop blaming yourself for your mistakes. Understand that if not now, then never. Well, that's pretty much it. I hope this video will make you think and maybe take some steps to improve your relationships with others. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. This was the Minecraft Bro channel, and I'll see you again, my bees. Bye-bye.